Ooh, it's spooky, it's Halloween, woo! Afternoon, everyone, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world, hello and welcome to Just to Go with Love Spurs. Big up as well to anyone who watches on replay, very much appreciated. I am joined, as always, on this lovely Tuesday by the beautiful Queen Elly. How are you, Elly?
I'm really raring to go. And I love the Halloween theme that you've done at the background. And I've just recovered from what Jimbo posted on Cooper the Gang.
Do you know what? It was so funny because Jim, this is what he does. He says something and then he laughs at himself, which makes me laugh even more because he's so silly. But it was hilarious.
But to say Sever and Pershing... Well, Stafford's gone on a diet, hasn't he? So he might as well say it was him.
It was very, very, very funny. But you're all good, Elly.
Yeah, we're all good. I've picked up a parcel for Bangela and I missed the 3 Spurs boys. Drew messaged me, but I don't get my notifications anymore. I must have turned them off by mistake. So I'll have to check because sometimes I'll turn them off because you know when you're on a stream they keep pinging all the time. So what I'll do, I'll turn them back on when I come off the stream.
Okay. I am
ready to go. Get on the Ange train.
You was excellent on it. Always love to see the boys anyway, but it was lovely to see you on there with them. Such lovely kids, absolutely beautiful children. Well, they're not children, they're young men. But you know what I mean.
But I like the way they quibble as well, you know, amongst each other. They pull rank. Yeah, I just love them. They're brilliant.
They are. They're great. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Massive big up to Tigaro, who has become my first YouTube member. Woo! Thank you, Tigaro. He's joined the Gummy Bear Bunch. Woohoo! So appreciate everyone's support. I'm blown away really by the support that I've had already. So thank you very much. And also massive thank you to Ash, who's joined the Pick a Mix posse. Again, can't thank you guys enough. I can't believe I'm already at the stage where I can get memberships. It feels like I've been doing this for 5 minutes.
You're down the shops buying those cola bottles.
More sweet. Big up. Thank you very much. And also a massive big up to Bobby Kay, who's also become a member of the Gummy Bear Bunch. So thank you, Bobby. You didn't need to do that, any of you, but I appreciate it so much. So thank you. Brula says, big up the lovely ladies and all in chat. How do I become a member? I can't find it on my iPhone. My computer's not working. Oh, I'll have to look into that. I don't actually know.
You keep going to about a membership, don't you? One. You click about and then it takes you community membership, that sort of thing. That's what it normally does.
Ash says there was a join button on my phone YouTube app. Big up, Ash. Have a look, Drew. If you have any trouble, let me know and I'll see if I can find a solution. Jim says, hi, all our 2 members. Big up, Tigaro and Ash. Well, actually 3 members now because big up Bobby K as well. Big up Daniel Sandoval. One love to you as well. I hope you're doing good. We get candles or candies. Oh yeah, trick or treat. I might go trick or treating just to get some. Oh, Ellie. Oh, Ellie, I need some of those.
I haven't taken the sellotape off. You see, still there.
Oh,
so
okay.
I haven't dipped into it.
Not yet.
I've got a few times though.
Big up Yuva. Hi all. If you come on your spares. Well, I'm not sure if that's a very. I'm not. Well, no, because these words are hi all. F you. Come on, you Spurs. But you know what? We'll take that. Big up to you anyway.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
You're saying F you to the other fans. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe. Big up, Lee. Hope you're doing good. Bobby says, I'm a gummy bear for Halloween. Woot woot. Good morning, Kate Elly, and everyone in chat. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you too, Bobby.
Can't wait for the trick or treaters to come.
Big up, Leo. Good to see you as always, lovely. Bobby says, unbelievable, Ellie. You should be embarrassed that you weren't there for your own show.
Oh, no. Sorry, because bloody Angela, when we were on the stream, Angela's delivery came of her coffee and she goes, go and pick it up, Mum. So I had to go and pick it up and I missed it. I sent them a voice message. I hope that makes up for it.
Yeah. Big up to Mark CFC. Hope you're well, lovely. Always good to see you. Good afternoon, Chris Harrison Kerr. He says, good afternoon, ladies. Greetings from Brussels. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say today. Brussels, lovely chocolate there.
Brussels.
Yeah, my first super chat had to come from my husband. I fucking love you, Kate and Ellie. What can you say to that?
What's there not to love?
Exactly that. And then Steve D comes in with the second one. He says, well done on the big time, Kate. I don't know about that, but thank you very much. Very kind indeed. Afternoon, lovely witches. Big up to the wizard that is Jose.
Yes.
Good afternoon to AJ. Hope you're well, lovey. And Phil P. Woo! Huge love, Kate. Well done on the channel. Woo! Also, huge love to Queen Ellie. Thank you very much. It was very unexpected, but there we go. Hi, Stuart. Happy Halloween to you too. Leo says, I don't see it on about either. Hopefully, Ben. Oh, mind you, I think Ben might be at lunch. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. Obviously, I only got approved memberships today, so I will have to look into it and see if I can find out how you do it on the iPhone, because I haven't even had a chance to have a proper look yet. So I will. Big up all the colours in the house. Big up to you.
One, ladies. One.
Bobby K with a super chat. Love you all. £5 to help pay for curtain cleaning. Congrats, Kate. Well done. Thanks, Bobby K. Honestly, you don't have to do that. I'm embarrassed. I get really embarrassed by things like people doing things like that. But thank you very much. Donna says, Merry Halloween, ladies. Yes, and to you. And it means we're nearer Christmas. Bobby says, Ben, welcome, my darling. I have a question. Leo and Drula are trying to find how they join as members on the iPhone. I don't know if you know how to do it. I have got a
put it in the chat.
Ben's become a member. Big up Ben for joining as well. Wow, I'm getting absolutely spoiled rotten here.
The coffee's on fire.
He's joined the Pick a Mix posse. So big up, Ash and Ben. Make sure you give me your addresses so that I can send you something special.
The Pick a Mix pussies.
Posse. Yeah, not pussy. I never even thought of that, Ellie. You're filth.
You see? Leave the filth to me.
Yeah, but thank you, Ben. You didn't have to do that, darling. Thank you very much. Beyond 72 says, I work for an American Horror t-shirt company, so every day's Halloween. Wow, what a good job.
Oh, lovely job.
Yeah. How exciting. That's something really different.
Wow.
Steve says, doesn't mean that the Christmas mug is acceptable. I'm sorry. After tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned, as soon as tomorrow comes, as far as I'm concerned, Christmas trees can go up. That from 1st of November, it's countdown to Christmas. What can I say?
It is.
It is, isn't it, Ellie?
I can't wait because my Christmas tree is in my bedroom at the moment. We didn't put it up in the loft. I couldn't be asked. It's hard. It comes in 3 sections. It's a really good one as well. It looks real.
Right.
It's not real. It's artificial, but it looks real. It's lovely.
Good, Jim. Moderating but not getting membership. I love it. There's nothing nicer. I hate driving in the dark, but there's nothing nicer than when you're driving home from somewhere in the dark and you can see everyone's Christmas lights on down the street. It's just so lovely and cheerful and happy.
Yeah, it's romantic.
It is romantic.
Yeah, it's so romantic. And I love it because some people really go over the top.
Yeah.
You know? And you think, whoa, their electric bill's going to come high.
Yeah. When we used to have our big house, before we lost our house, we used to have quite a big bungalow, and ours was like National Lampoons, literally. And people actually used to knock on the door and say, wow, your house looks amazing. We had trains out the front and all sorts, but we've only got a very little house now, but we always just have just enough, I think, to have it, just so it looks Christmassy.
Less is more. That's
exactly. Well, Kate, if only you were a handsome gentleman, I would have joined. Well, I do have a handsome gentleman as part of the show. Let's be fair, Jimbo's a massive part of this channel. So, and he's just become a member, which is quite sweet. Thank you, Jimbo.
Yeah.
You need to do that. But yeah, I'm feeling very, very blessed today.
What would you say? To get the memberships in, I used to be a man.
Yeah.
I never did though. I wasn't.
Leo says it's freezing here in Denver. We're short-handed at work. I want to hide under a rock, but I wouldn't get reception on my phone to listen to you filthy witches.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
are.
Leo.
Filthy being the operative word.
Yeah, when you say it's freezing, what sort of temperature are you talking about, Leo? I mean, it's 11 degrees here today, so it's definitely not freezing cold here.
No.
See you later, Stuart. We'll speak to you soon. What sort of temperature is it in Denver? Ellie, obviously we did Savage show this morning. Kind of a weird show because when you're talking about Levy and what's going to happen, none of us know what's going to happen, do we? None of us know what's going to happen this season, let alone what's going to happen in the transfer windows.
Yeah. We can just, like we said on the show, we can just go on his past record, his track record. You know, he hasn't done anything spectacular in the transfer market from his past record. Like when he brought up all those stats for January, it was shocking, wasn't it?
It was absolutely shocking.
When you see it in black and white, Kate, it's like it really hits home.
Yeah, and the seasons where we just didn't sign anyone, and you think, oh my God, you know, where we are now really is kind of like a miracle, really, that we are where we are.
Yeah. So it pushes us a bit more. Come on, Lee.
Oh, there she is. I thought you'd gone then.
No, somebody was phoning me. I clicked it off.
How rude.
I know. I have to stop the phone calls coming through. There is a way to do it, but I have to ask Angela because she's my technical expert. Technical.
Bobby's right. Very few teams do business in January, especially big business. Summer will be the true test. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I still think that people do still manage to get decent players in. I mean, we got Benton, Kerr, and Kuvu in January. Kuvu? Who the hell is Kuvu? Kulu.
Kuva. Yes, come on.
We got Benny
if we are competitive on the pitch, no one would beat us.
In January. So it is possible. It is possible to get business done. If Jim wears tank tops on this show, I will even gift memberships. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to see Jim in a tank top, I'll be honest.
I saw my husband in one in Cyprus and I soon told him to go and change.
Bless him. Leo says it's -6 there.
Wow.
That really is blooming freezing. Good God. Well, stay warmed up, Leo. Make sure you stay warmed up. Oh, we got another new member. Steve D has become a member of the Gummy Bear Bunch. Big up to you, Steve. Thank you very much. All you people, you're so lovely. I don't expect anyone to become a member at all or
I think
anything.
you've made more memberships than some other channels have done since they've been going.
Yeah, I'm very touched, and like I say, I don't expect anyone to do anything. Just hit the likes, and I'm happy. That's literally it. We will just touch on the Palace game, Ellie. I know I spoke to you about it.
I know.
What are your thoughts? Anything to take from it?
It was pretty meh, wasn't it? We weren't very good. Just moving the ball and like very lethargic, wasting time with the ball that I don't like to see. I don't want to see our team passing 20 times to each other from the back, sideways. Romero was the biggest culprit of that. But I can understand why they do it, but I just don't like to see it because we're supposed to be this exciting handball team, and then we started doing that. So I think we had a pretty poor game overall, but the main highlight of the match, well, there was two. There was Sonny's goal. The move was absolutely sublime. It was brilliant. From Sar's beautiful ball that was perfectly weighted, then Johnson heads it beautifully weighted.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that, but it was incredible. And then he had the presence of mind to go into the box and pick up from Madders and then slipped a beautiful ball into Sonny. And you know, there's only going to be one outcome when Sonny's in the middle now. And then their goal was fabulous as well. You must give them credit. And they did push us. They pushed us. They had more chances than us to score, but our defence is better than theirs.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why we won, I think. Not because we were superior in any other department. It's just our defenders done very well. Apart from Porro, I felt sorry for him in a way, but it's his job to defend, and he let the ball go over his head, and they scored.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter about the handball decision. That's done and dusted. We can't change it. We can comment on it. I personally think you should give handball for that. That's my opinion, but
you should.
No, that you shouldn't.
No,
because he didn't actually control it with his arm. It just rolled down his arm. It's not like he went like that and pushed it forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's a pretty poor game, wasn't it?
It's funny because I've seen a lot of people say it was handball, and I've seen like Spurs fans, and I've seen a lot of Spurs fans say it wasn't. I didn't think it was, but I've seen them given. That's the thing. I have seen them given, so there isn't any consistency, which is annoying.
True. Well, the rule is if it's arm or hand to ball, right? Which it wasn't. And whether he gained not gained an advantage. There's another rule that's I can't remember it though, but I think I can't remember it. But there's a rule where if it leads to a goal, but I think that was last year's rule where any handball, if it leads to a goal, is the goal struck off. If I'm right, I'm not sure. But either way, I didn't think it was handball.
No, I didn't either. No. I thought it was a poor first half, really poor. It's like a lot of people were saying about Romero making 141 passes in the game. Like you say, a lot of it was back forth. They weren't sort of attacking. That's why these stats are misleading, because, you know, you look at that and go, wow, that's amazing. But actually, they didn't do much with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I didn't hear Ange shouting at them not to do it either, which I was very disappointed with him. Because I remember when we played a friendly and my man Højbjerg hoofed it and he went crazy. He went like ape shit.
I remember.
Romero, right, is passing it. Honestly, it was about 30 or 40 passes. 1, 2, 3. I counted them, right? It was about, not in one session, but about 15 in one and 15 in the other. It was really bad. And I didn't hear Ange saying anything. And I was very disappointed in that because he hates a back pass. He hates a side pass. He wants us to win the match. Shout at the buggers to bloody get a move on. Get the ball up for Maddison. That's why Maddison was so quiet, because we weren't giving the ball to him.
Yep, agreed. Absolutely,
Yeah.
100% agree. Big up Aaron Lawrence. He says, massive big up to Kate and Elly. Good result, poor performance against Palace. Now we've got bigger fish to fry next week. Oh, yes, we have. Levelworth says, goals should never have stood. Their goal was handball. Yeah, do you know what? I don't think it was, neither does Elly, but I've heard a lot of Spurs fans and rival fans say it was. I think the key thing is we've seen them given in other games, but I think they're not clear enough for me. No one seems to know what's class. Even Ange said, I haven't got a clue what's handball anymore.
I know. That's it. I
But
know.
it is what it is at the end of the day.
Interpretation. When there's humans involved, Kate, there's always interpretation of two different things. They'll see two different things. And then if they don't agree, they'll give it to the ref to go to the monitor, won't they?
Yeah, exactly that. Aaron, I couldn't agree with you more. Brennan Johnson must start next week against against Chelsea ahead of Charlison. That's what I call him. I couldn't agree more. For me, all the while Johnson's fit, Richarlison gets nowhere near that starting 11.
No.
Because he opened them up, Johnson.
Games.
Yep.
Even when we played Sheffield United and he came on and he scored and I got a broken foot through it. Right. But he affects games. He's in and about. He's like a little pest.
He is. He's the sort of player you love on your team, but you hate playing against.
Yeah. See, Richarlison's a pest, but he doesn't affect games like I know Johnson will. And he's faster as well. He's just an all-round better footballer. The way he touches the ball, and his movement off the ball is better.
Jason Nunn, look, accusing you of being biased. Our Elly's never been biased in her life, have you, Elly?
I'm shamelessly biased when it comes to Pierre, though. I have to hold my hands up. Yeah, I do love him.
Shamelessly biased.
I like the shithousery, get stuck in, like Graham Roberts was. He was stuck in, Where are you going, son? Come here.
You think you are. Jim says, I've got an Android. When I went on the stream, it had a button that says join, nice and easy. Oh, okay. I'm sure it will sort itself out. It's only, like I say, it's only been around for a few hours, so maybe that's why. Looking ahead to the Chelsea game, obviously we'll go through it more. I thought we'll go through our predictions. What would you rather do, Elly? Do our Premier League predictions today and cover Chelsea next on Friday, or do it the other way around?
We'll do Premier League predictions on Friday.
Okay. So we will touch on Chelsea again on Friday anyway. I'm sure
it gives them something to look forward to as well.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you think? Obviously, we've got a real tough run of games coming up. Although I was extremely positive on Sava's show today with my predictions. Are you confident going into the Chelsea game?
Yeah, I am, because they're a very disjointed team, Chelsea. All right, they did play well against Arsenal in the first half and a little bit of the second half, but then they took their foot off the gas. So that shows their inexperience. And I was watching Jamie Carragher assessing their striker, Jackson. I think it was Jamie Carragher anyway. But he was so... It wasn't like a striker's movement. And I saw that he was saying about Colton... Is it Cole Palmer?
Yeah.
He was pointing for him to go places and he weren't moving. So I just hope he does that against us and he hasn't learned, or he hasn't watched Jamie Carragher's assessment of his game. But they just look like strangers on the pitch.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not gelling. So we can take advantage of that because we have gelled mostly as a team. We know when to go, we know when to hold. And we're surprising a lot of teams. We're getting over the line because of our continuity and our team spirit, and we're going to go to the end. That's what I like about this season in particular. Even though we haven't played well, Kate, we've got the result at the end of the game. So that's what counts at the end. That's what puts 3 points in the bag, So I am confident. I'm confident it won't be a massive win, but I think we'll win by two clear goals, I think, either way.
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with that 100%. I mean, I would say the same about Man United as well. I don't think they look like a team. They're like a bunch of individuals on a pitch. There's no unity there at all. I was shocked with the Chelsea result. I'm not going to lie. I thought they had turned a corner. I thought we were going to start seeing the best of them, but they just look so disjointed. I don't know what's going on there. I know they've got a lot of injuries, but it just something don't look right to me.
They're just off. Did you see the donkey thing when they were going along the line and saying this is Man United's lineup? But I was just thinking, right, donkeys are hard working. Not just United are not. They're lazy.
Exactly that. Big up, Nippon. Good to see you as always. Do you think
Chelsea?
Yeah, I know. Do you think that if supposing, let's talk hypothetically, supposing Chelsea come to us on Monday and we smash them, do you think it could seal Poch's fate? Do you think he could get sacked?
No, I don't think he'll get sacked because he's at the start of his project building, so they're going to give him time, and he's got a reputation of doing it. He's done it with us, so I think they'll be more patient. Whereas with Potter, he came like on a high, didn't he? And like everybody's expecting Poch to turn them around. I don't think there's many fans who don't think that he's going to turn them around. So they'll be patient, I think.
I think so.
If they're not, they'll be stupid. Because who else out there is going to build a team out of Chelsea? You know, they splash cash, but you've got to get a team together, and that's what Poch is good at, gelling a team.
I mean, I watched the Football Terrace the other day, and Terry was saying we should go all out, go and give Spurs a load of money and ask for Ange. And I said to him, you keep your grubby little hands off our manager.
Do you know
what I mean?
You're trying to nick him off us. No,
I think he's been there 5 minutes. But I think for me, Poch will get a lot more time. Ten Hag's the one who I think is treading on very thin ice at the minute.
A couple of more losses, I think he's gone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Bobby says, slow down, Ellie. Only 10 games. We should show restraint. In fact, some believe we need to get back in our lane of expecting a 10th place finish. Crazy our own fans. I did address this morning on Savas, right? I watched back Jim's debate with Sava yesterday. I don't like it when it gets down to a stage where it's not name calling, but where it gets derogatory towards each other. I thought Jim was very, very restrained. I thought Jim handled it actually really well because I know what Jim's like. And I was a little bit nervous of the old temper because there was some
mute him a few times.
There's some times when I think it can come across as quite patronising and demeaning when fans talk to one another. I don't want to call anyone out particularly, but what I will say is I don't like this division that's built in the fan base. I don't like being called negative. I haven't ever liked it. Jim knows I really despise it. But at the same time, Jim said to me, well, I don't actually like being called deluded, which I never really thought of. But it kind of works both ways. So I'm going down the avenue of I don't think we'll win the league. But unless you're going to be disrespectful to me like that little brat was on Football Terrace, I say live and let live and enjoy it. If that's what you want to think, you know, just soak it all up and enjoy it. Because I do agree, we've had 4 years of utter crap. So, you know, if you want to get on board the Ange train and choo-choo, then choo-choo away. That's what I...
As long as the choo-choo train keeps a trucking, you know, coming down that railway line and full speed ahead. Like everybody likes a winner, don't they?
Yeah.
Nobody likes a loser, right? So as long as we keep on winning, if we win every match, no one's catching us. So
exactly that.
We win every match.
Exactly that. We just got to be invincible. That's all.
Yeah.
Mark, I know Enzo Fernandez massive miss, as was Mudryk. Are they going to be back for our game? Do you know? I mean, you're a Chelsea fan. You'll know more than I do.
I think he's got a longer injury. I'm not sure about Mudryk.
Oh, okay.
I think he's not going to be back.
Nippon saying a draw. Chris says sometimes there are too many touches outside the box. It gives any team time to regroup. More direct attacking is needed. Chelsea won't go anywhere for the moment. 2 more years at least. Yeah, you could be right. I mean, they've spent so much money. It's just unthinkable.
They need time. Poch needs time to make them gel, because at the moment they're showing flashes of being a good team. You need more continuity. You need more two halves. But even us, we're showing flashes of being a good team as well. You know, but what we got that they haven't got is the team spirit.
Yeah,
you can see it. You can see it. You can feel it. When I go to White Hart Lane, everybody's positive. You know, from the fans to the players to the bench. You know, we're all one family, and you can really. It does make a difference, Kate, when everybody's pulling towards the same thing.
You know, I know that was one of Sava's arguments yesterday of Jim. You can't bring feelings into it, but I do agree with Jim. Football is all about feelings. You know, people were moaning, "Oh, VAR's ruining the game. It's taking the passion out. It's taking this." Well, that's feelings. You can't have it one way and not the other. There's always going to be feelings in football. It's just whether your heart rules your head or the other way round.
Yeah. Well, my heart always rules my head, because I want our club from my heart to do very well, because I've seen us do well. I've seen us win trophies. So all the people that haven't, all the young supporters, or the ones that have just supported Spurs for a short while, they want to see success. They don't want to see us being second or third or fourth. They want us to finish first. I don't want to finish fourth. I don't see, that's where I differ. I don't want us to finish fourth over first, because I want first.
Yeah.
Better than fourth. Come on.
Sorry, my dogs are going to bark in a minute, I think. That's my doorbell.
Your door going.
Yeah. Bobby says, to be honest, that show yesterday was the first show of yours I switched off. I didn't like it. Ellie will tell you the one thing I hate more than anything is when people shout over each other. I don't like it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't like people condescending each other, being condescending and patronising to each other. I allowed, well, I'm going to just say it, because if Sava's got a problem with me, he'll tell me anyway. Sava wanted to come in because someone was calling him out in the room. So I said, yeah, of course you can. But I didn't expect it to turn into that sort of a show. I would never have that on my channel. It's not well, everyone knows that my channel is nothing like that at all. So I wasn't happy about how the show went. I didn't like it, found it uncomfortable. So yeah, and I don't think it's fair to tar everyone with this same brush that they're all living in cuckoo land and are deluded, because some people just want to enjoy it. And I say, if that's what they want to do, then yeah, let them do it. But yeah, so apologies, Jason and Bobby. I know you weren't the only two that left. Ellie's left as well now. I know there were a few people left. I don't like it. I don't like confrontation of any kind, and I certainly didn't expect it or like it in my room. But it will never happen again. I can promise you that. Good afternoon, Nitrate. Hope you're well. Mia says it wasn't a comfortable watch. Even messaged Mia and said found that really uncomfortable to watch. I'm not going to lie, I don't like it at all, and also it made me really anxious, because I know there's certain things. If someone said some of those things to Jim's face, I know how he'd react, like saying he's not an adult. So I was absolutely so impressed with the way Jim handled it. Looking back, perhaps I should have stepped in, but I tried to keep out of it, because I just don't like it. I don't like all that. It's totally unnecessary. It's frigging football, for God's sake. And not only that, we're all fans of the same team. But it is what it is. It's done. I'm drawing a line under it and saying from now on, this will continue to be the happy and chilled out room that it always has been, unless we start losing, and then Psycho Kate might come back. Yes, Jim, we do want a happy room. We've got a happy house. We want a happy room and a happy Jimbo. Oh, they are back. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Very not happy. That's true. Jim's always very, very happy. Here she is. She's back.
Bloody phone calls. I've turned off notifications now, Everybody wants me when I'm on streams. Nobody wants me when I'm off the stream.
Cheeky swines. I did say to Jim, to the room. I thought Jim was very composed yesterday because I said, had we been out in the street and someone had said to Jim, "You're not an adult," I think they would have got a different reaction. But I thought Jim was exceptionally composed, and I said, looking back, I probably should have got more involved and stepped in. But I don't like confrontation, and it's difficult because Jim's my husband. I don't want to look like Jim can't fight. And that he can't fight his own battles, but I would never, ever allow that to ever happen on my show again. It's as easy as that. I don't like it, and I don't want that on my show, on my channel, nothing. It just won't ever happen. So, rival fans said we were finished without Kane, and even 99.9% of Spurs fans who wanted Ange said we could struggle early on and be on the end of hiding, so no one can take the higher ground no matter what. Yep, get that. I didn't want Ange, not going to lie. I didn't want him. It'd be easy for me to sit here and say I did, but I didn't. I wanted Arnie Slot. That's who I wanted. But he's proving us all wrong, and long may it continue. That's what I say. Don't forget, 3:30 today, Benny is doing his Halloween brewing bollocks, costumes and all. So, Geordie says, Spurs are a team, Chelsea are a bunch of individuals. Totally agree. Leo says, Team Jim. It definitely hasn't done Jim any harm, that's for sure, with everything that was going on. I hope we're not talking with feelings and emotions. We're not robots. I know, I agree. I totally agree. Chelsea lack our mentality. That's the difference between the two teams. We drew to Brentford after conceding. Agree, and that's something Tottenham have lacked in previous seasons, right, Ellie? We go down and we lose, but we're fighting all the time.
Yeah, because I think that's we're a reflection of Ange, right? He's a fighter. All his life, he's fought to be accepted as a football man, right? And like from his playing days right through to his first managerial job, and then you saw the interview with that horrible man calling him out on TV, and he held his own. So everything's not been given to him on a plate. He didn't wake up with a silver spoon in his mouth. And he fights for every little thing that's good, right? So he will be our strong backbone, right?
Yeah.
And when those players go on that pitch, they're a reflection of what he's all about. His mentality, his winning spirit, he's just his general, the way he talks is so, sometimes it's a bit blunt, but he's to the point, And he's got a very nice, charming personality with a lot of innuendos about football, and he puts in a little joke here or there, to break the ice between silly questions that are being asked to him. So we are a reflection of what he's all about, which is great because it bodes well for our complete 4 years that we're going to have with him. Because I can't see Levy sacking this man. I just can't see it. I know some fans say if he starts losing, but I think he'll bring us back. He's not one that's going to lose and then not work on it in the training ground so that he doesn't lose another match. He's got that strong spirit,
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's a breath of fresh air.
He is 100%. I mean, I think he's been marvellous. I love his whole... He's so humble, and he just says, I'm just copying Pep. I just think he's brilliant. He's just brilliant. Steve says you can't say...
He's copying Pep with worse players.
Yeah, exactly.
Quality. So he's doing a better job than Pep.
Yeah. Steve says you can't say things like evidence-based, then ignore all the past teams that buck that trend. Picking narratives. We can agree on likelihood, but we love sport because it's unpredictable. We spoke to our friend Frankie yesterday, and he was saying to us, look at Leicester, they were 5,000 to 1. Look at Greece for the...
Euro.
He said all these things. Exactly that. Exactly that. All the teams. All the underdogs that have won the FA Cup. No one... This is why we all adore football, right? Because if Man City are going to win it every year, then why is everyone going to bother? We might as well all just give them the trophy at the start of the season and say congratulations. You literally don't ever know. I go by previous experience and probability, and I think it's a step too far for us. But you can't say categorically it can't happen, because this is the beautiful game. The results that come in, week out, there's always shock results. You know, I didn't see West Ham losing at home to Everton last week, not at all.
Yeah, I can understand the narrative that it is quite predictable, because the proof is in the pudding, because the anomalies are Blackburn, Wigan, Swansea and Leicester. Other than that, 80% has been won by the big side. So you can understand, but there is a chance. If you just hang up your boots and then you don't go on that pitch and give it your all, you know, Man City have got the best players. That's not arguable. You know, they have got the best players, but that doesn't mean that you can't compete with them.
Yeah.
So we've shown it in the past, because we've had very good results against them. But what they do, they get better results against the teams that we were losing to. But this year, we're beating them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or we're drawing with them. So notoriously, there's hard places to go and get results. And Crystal Palace is one of them. And then we played quite dreadful, but we still got the win, because our fighting spirit is there. Right? So we can push on. We are going to improve as well, because that's one thing Angie's working on, is this team even more tuned up to the way he wants us to play, because we're not even halfway there yet.
Nope. No. Agreed.
There's a lot more to come.
Sava lost me yesterday after calling us you lot and calling us idiots and dumb. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to lie. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. It's not my, like I say, it's not something I have in on my channel. So I apologise if anyone was offended. It won't be something that happens again. I can promise you that. Jim handled it very well. That was below the belt, that comment, but things get said in the heat of the moment. But big up Jim for reacting like a man. He is around, but he's outside talking to someone. Someone was at the door. God knows who it is. But Perch has the same opinions as Sava, but Perch articulates himself and words things better.
You never know. He might come on your door.
Don't to apologise.
Sit down and have a cup of tea together.
Yeah. This is why I don't have a channel. If I was Jim yesterday, man, I'd have switched. Yeah. And do you know what? I've got to say, 10, 15 years ago, so would Jim, but he has proper calmed down. Thank God, because I was a little bit nervous. That's why I kept putting the mute on, because I thought, oh, God. I really was, like, I had butterflies. I really had butterflies. I didn't want it to kick off, and it kicked off too much for me anyway, but I didn't want it to get personal and nasty. But I thought Jim rose above it all perfectly. So
the word got around, because they're like, I was seeing, like, when I first came in, because I came in quite late, halfway through, right, and it was about 20, 30 people in, and then suddenly it went to 70, then it went to 80.
I know, but you know what? I'd rather have zero drama and just have 30 people in, though. I can't bear it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's too much for me. Mark says, that's the difference though, Ash. You had that son up there and Madison, and we had three young boys in Sterling who isn't prolific, and Palmer was so good, but no one to finish. Yeah, we've been saying for how long? Chelsea have needed a striker for so long. I don't understand why they can't go and get a proper striker.
Yeah, because that Jackson, I don't know, there's something missing. But they said Drogba was like that when he first came. Yeah. I don't know. Drogba was more powerful. This boy is he's not like built like Drogba. He's big, but he's not built. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah. Big up Mia, who has given me another super chat. Big up to Kate Elly and, of course, Jimbo. We went from relegation fight to top four in one season. You can't predict football. Exactly that, Geordie. You've seen it with Newcastle. Oh, and Mia's joined the Gummy Bear Bunch as well. Big up, Mia. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Ash says, I do see improvements match to match. Irrespective of results, I can see what Chelsea are trying to do, unlike United. Yeah, and I think Chelsea will be a different prospect when they get the likes of Nkunku back and stuff. But
you can see there's more there than Manchester United. First of all, they do work harder. They work much, much harder than Man United. They're such a lazy team. It's unbelievable. I just think they want their manager gone. I think they don't like him.
Mm.
It
I
seems
wouldn't
that
be
way
surprised.
anyway.
Yeah, it does. But
Yeah,
he plays players in the wrong positions, and he knows
yeah.
Bruno's better in one position, but plays him somewhere else, and it's like, what?
And he's
I
very
don't understand.
dry. He's
Yeah, I
very
mean,
dry when he does his interviews. He hasn't got, you know, like when you see Poch and Postecoglou, they've got personality. Those men,
yeah,
you know, and it shows in their teams that they've
yeah.
managed. Yeah,
It is. It is strange, but we all know what Chelsea's like. They will find a way and pull it together without any shadow of a doubt, because they always do.
yeah, they
Um,
will.
yeah. Mark says anything can happen in football, but I see why your fans are enjoying it. But I also see the other side because of the owners. But you all want the same at the end of the day. At the end of the day, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like to see so much division, because we all want our team to do well at the end of the day. Sava lost me when he said, "I'll bet on us losing the league." You don't bet against your own club. Don't remember that, but I did kind of a half switch off. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I can see you. You was like going, Dad, Dad, Dad.
I
And I
hate
thought,
it, and I was watching
pop
it.
her head up soon.
I was watching it thinking, this isn't me. This isn't what I wanted. Do you know what I mean? But what do? You've got to kind of let it pan out. But yeah, it was getting on my nerves. But
It reminded me of my brothers, because my brothers were very competitive, and they used to have the biggest of rows, but they were mates at the end of it. They really
yeah,
were. You know, they used to have, it's like testosterone coming together, and then it
yeah,
just strikes, doesn't it? And all hell
yeah,
breaks loose.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Ash, definitely there is something getting worked on, which is why I'm not as mad as I was last year when we looked really bad.
yeah.
I heard Jim mention about getting off drugs. Big up to him for doing that. Not an easy thing to do. Yeah, he had a 4-year drug habit and alcohol habit, and stopped when I was pregnant. And I told him I couldn't cope with it anymore, and he stopped. And he's never touched a drop of alcohol or any drugs since then. And he's been clean for 17 years now. So he is my hero, absolute legend. My husband.
You're his hero as well, Kate.
Yeah,
Because the love of a good woman, you stood by him, you were pregnant, and you stood by your man, right?
yeah.
And he came through it because he wanted to do it as well for himself. But he
Hmm.
also did it for the love of you. He didn't want to lose you. So,
Yeah.
you both found each other, and it was destined for that, to save Jim, isn't it?
Yeah.
He saved
Well,
him.
to
And
be
he
fair,
saved himself as well. But you're the backbone that helped him put that belief that he wanted to fight it, and get over it.
yeah. I mean, uh, he needed to do it, but yeah, I just stood by his side. I think everybody needs someone. If you need help,
Yeah.
everybody needs someone there to say, "Do you know what? You can do this. I'm behind you." And that's all I did. It's not really a lot, but yeah, he is my hero.
You think that, but in a man's heart, that can melt a man's heart. And love of a good woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you, Ellie, you got to stop. You make me cry. You get me all
Oh,
emotion.
oh. But you are.
Um,
It's good that you were there for each other, and you found each other at Spurs as well,
yeah,
which is even
exactly.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah. Come on, you Spurs.
yeah, they've got. See, Spurs have got some good things to answer
Yeah.
to, as well as the
Yeah.
bad.
Oh no.
It was our neighbour. Okay. Jim, you were quality yesterday, mate. Well done for expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Have you seen the chatter this morning? If Ten Hag goes, they should go for Ange. As I said, Terry was calling for it on the football terrace. Said give Spurs all the money they want and go and get him. But I don't think he'd do that.
We have to get on that show again, innit, Kate?
Yeah.
Tell Terry where to go.
I did tell him where to go, which he thought was hilarious. And then Jim said to him where to go and said, if you don't leave Ange alone, I'll set Kate on you. But I don't think Ange would leave. Yeah, he's
That's
at a
what I think
project.
of when I think of you. Like that little chihuahua. You're a good little chihuahua, but you're not like the full hog. You do
Rottweiler.
rein it in. You do rein
Yeah.
it in sometimes.
Yeah.
And you've got sense. You've got a good brain on you, Kate.
But I don't think Ange would do that, to be honest. I know he likes the project, but he started one at Tottenham. Why would he leave and go to Manchester United now? He's only been with us 5 minutes.
Yeah. If he does, I think you get more hate than Poch.
Yeah, I think he would as well. Driller says, well, Jim's the king.
Yes.
Mia says, well done and big up to Jim. That isn't easy to do at all. No, it certainly is not, Mia. Jim's my guy.
My guy.
Jim. Oh, they're talking about the players. Sorry. Oh, what a lovely bunch you are. That's a lovely story. Yeah, and story is actually a really lovely story. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it because, like I say, I will actually cry. 17 years, well done, Jim. Big up, Jim, and being there for him as well. Yeah, no, it's Jim. It's big up, Jim.
Yeah.
He and Jim are adorable.
Yes, you are.
That's so funny. Big up, Side Dance. I hope you're well, lovely. Good to see you as always. Ange won't go anywhere, trust. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about Ange leaving.
You know what, Kate? You're not just adorable. You're both real in your own worlds. Like you're balanced, and you say like this way, and you know, like sort of logical. And then Jim's sort of the optimist, isn't he? He just doesn't want to hear that Spurs can't win the league. Right? No, you're in different worlds, but you come together. Yeah,
that's what makes it the balance. Yeah. Like, and someone said,
if you were both the same, it would be pretty boring as well.
Yeah, and someone said he's the yin to your yang, and he is. And do you know what the thing is? Because I suffer badly with depression, and I have done for years. Oh. He can always pull me out of it, always, because he is so positive, you know. Yeah. But I know if he's ever down about something, I can always pull him out of it because I take the energy from him how he is with me. He's taught me so much, and that made me change the way I think about so many things. So we are definitely soulmates because we sit there and we say the same thing all the time. So I know that we are soulmates. But
no, the other day when he phoned me, right, you was at your mum's, right, and he phoned me, and we had a really good chat, and he was telling me that, you know, when he met you, it was like something special happened in his life. Right, and he said that, you know, anything that was bad in his life, you pulled him out of it. You gave him the reason to pull him out of it, you know, because otherwise he would probably be in the same spot. If he didn't meet you, he'd probably be in the same spot. Not saying that he would be, but, you know, you met him and you pulled him out because you gave him that reason. You know, and I was literally crying on the other end of the phone.
You're starting me off. Look at my eyes.
Oh,
terrible.
No. It was so moving. It was so moving, Kate. You know? Yeah.
Stop. You know, the thing is, they told Jim that if he didn't sort out what he was doing, he'd be dead in 6 months. I know.
Yeah. I love that comment by Mia. It's a really good comment.
Yeah, Kate's the head, Jim's the heart. Yeah, you do need both. Yeah. So yeah, he probably wouldn't be with us today if we hadn't met, because he was just on self-destruct mode. But thank goodness, you know, we found each other, and we are the new George and Mildred.
Yeah.
Matthew says, thoughts on Messi winning the 8th Ballon d'Or and Ronaldo dominated for a whole decade.
You know what else you remind me of, you two? Right, before I forget, you remind me of Del Boy and Rodney as well, because Del Boy is the optimist, that's Jim, and Rodney's the one who's thinking, oh my God, what are you doing? What? Like, and he finds out that his brother's doing all these dodgy deals, and, you know, he's more well balanced, isn't he? That's you. You're Rodney, and he's the Del Boy.
I always call Jim Trigger.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I think he's more like Del Boy, because Del Boy's always looking to become a millionaire. He's like, we're going to do it this time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Messi, I'm not surprised. I would have bet my house he was going to win it. I think all the while he's playing, I think he'll win it. I just think he will.
Well, he won the World Cup, so there's no reason why they wouldn't give it to him. The only one who's going to come close is Erling Haaland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, they're freaks of nature, Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
a different class.
Paulin looks like a Norse god, doesn't he?
He does.
Honestly, all you need to do is give him a trident.
Do you know what? And he looks like he's got too many teeth in his mouth. Have you noticed? He looks like he's still got baby teeth, and there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, he does. He needs an aligner, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Bobby with the tissues. Jason, I think I'm going to be sick.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I didn't intend it to go. I was going to pop on. I'm too embarrassed now. Don't be silly, Jim.
Pop on, man. Come on.
I didn't intend for any soppiness. Ben, you're not lonely. You've got all of us. Look, hugging Ben. You're never lonely when there's the YouTube community around you.
What a lovely boy.
Jim says, I'm George, he's Mildred. Ben says, Messi didn't deserve the Ballon d'Or. Haaland won a treble and scored 40 goals. Yet, of course, that is always an argument. But like I say, I just think they just automatically win it, I think.
But is the treble as good as a World Cup? I don't know. Because it's in league football, whereas world football, you're playing against the best 11 of that country, aren't you?
Yep, 100%.
We'll leave it up to the Ballon d'Ors.
Yeah. Marlene, I can see Jim getting a coach blown up with his dodgy video. Yeah. Big up, Perchy. Thank you very much. Says, congratulations on getting the supers for the channel. Much love to everyone. Agree or disagree, we all as fans want the same thing. Come on, you Spurs.
Perchy a Richarlison shirt. Come on.
Yeah. Smash the like, people. Perchy, thank you very much. You didn't need to do that. Appreciate you massively. And to everyone who's just supported me along the way, whatever you do, it's just great to have everyone on board. And big up to Kim, who's coming with a super chat, said, strong together, come on, you Spurs. Exactly that. Exactly that. We're all strong together. Steve says, Jim, the best character on the show, though, mate. Trigger, yeah, he was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And a Tottenham fan in real life.
You know, our song should be that all together now. All together now.
Yeah.
All together now. That's what we play like. We play all together.
Yeah. Is there another team that use that song or not? I've made that up in my head.
Maybe, but if they did, we're nicking it off them.
Yeah, it was. That's a good song. And do you know what? I get the whole you can't use feelings when people say it's a feeling. But I said to Jim, although I'm not on the same wavelength as Jim, I do see a unity and a togetherness in our squad that I haven't seen since Poch left.
Yeah, especially when we score, it's like there's extra sauce in it, isn't there? Like the way they celebrate the goals and when they celebrate defensive actions, it's amazing. Like Vicario running the full pitch against Sheffield United. That didn't happen before. There is a unity, and then you see the after things when they're at the party, they're in the dressing room. There's so much continuity and team spirit throughout.
Yeah, 100% agree. Imagine if he did what Haaland did and didn't win it, Geordie. It's always politics. Yeah, this is still the Ballon d'Or. It is 100%. Fights yesterday, big old soppy love in today. Middle ground tomorrow. No, tomorrow's wedded bliss. There'll be no middle ground there.
Oh,
no. Talking of wedded bliss, look who's come on.
I'm just feeling all this love in the room and I had to come on. I'm loving it. All the love, baby.
You sound like Barry.
Longer this time as well, because Ben doesn't go on to 3:30, does he?
No.
Yeah.
Jim, you sounded like Barry White when you come on then, saying, I'm feeling the love.
Love, baby.
It doesn't take much to get a man aroused, does it?
Do you know what? I'm so impressed with myself that I managed to get in here on my own. I feel like I deserve a little badge with happy on it or something.
Congratulations, Jim.
You know, with technology, I'm useless.
Big up, Jimbo. Yeah, nothing but love. Mo getting all the love. Stel's in the house. My two favourite people and Jim. Big up, Stel. Hope you're doing good. Always good to see you. That's quite funny. Big up, Jim. Welcome, Jim. I'm going to call Jim Dave from now on. Yeah, I call him Rodney after Dave.
I'm waiting to see what Geordie says.
Did you hear Jim say that you're Del Boy and Kate is Rodney? Because you're the ultimate optimist.
Ellie, let me tell you, it's more like the other way round in behaviour.
I think you'll definitely trigger. I'm not going to lie. Finally,
that Rodney, Nicholas Lyndhurst, used to go into my brother's deli in Harpenden. He used to go in there a lot, and my brother Boo used to serve him. And he always used to ask for salt beef. I don't know if he's Jewish, but he likes salt beef. And
right, I've never had that.
I'm not
sure.
It's
quite nice. I don't mind it. Still, I'm actually on the laptop still. I'm even more proud of myself.
Wow, look at this. Yeah, look, Geordie says you should get a Blue Peter badge.
I wonder if he's going to say that when we kick their asses.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you can say that. It's fine. What the hell have I just entered? A den of iniquity. Yep, always. Always the same here. Are you feeling confident about the Chelsea game, Jim, or is that a stupid question?
No, of course we're going to beat them.
Yeah, but are you
said in his room, how many points from the next 6 games? 18 for me. And I'm not joking. I think we will get 18 until we don't get 18, because there's not one team in this league that we cannot beat, and I'm just convinced of that. On our day, if we play well, we will beat any team in this league.
You think we'll go to the Etihad and beat City?
Yeah, I do. If we're on our game, yes, I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because we've played really badly in some of the games. Not all the time, not the whole game, but we've still got the win, haven't we? So if we step it up, we always play well against the better teams as well. We always step it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but most of the time we get a fairly good result. But last year we lost to Man City. We were 2-0 up at half time.
Yeah, we lost. I know. We was in the car, Kate. Do you remember listening to it on the radio?
Yes, I do. We was waiting for William outside the Scout. And we was going, we'll be able to tell him we're winning. And by the time he come out 10 minutes later or something, we were losing.
Yeah, we were losing, yeah.
I
remember that. But do you know what? It's going to be an open game, right? If we've got no injuries, I massively fancy our chances. Massively.
Yeah. I think our defence is going to win us that game, because I think our attack, all the goals we've scored have been quite sublime, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've been really well worked team goals. But our defence, if we hold solid against Man City, we're going to win that game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's where we drop points. I think we'll lose. But I hope I'm wrong.
I just think that I believe every game we go into, we're going to win, and that's just how I feel. And I'm not saying that, right, because I don't feel it. I'm just saying it. I think every game we go into, we're going to win, and we probably won't win them all. But I'm not scared with this team of anybody. You can pick holes in it wherever you want, right? When they gel, this team is a good team.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that you've got no fear. I wish I could be like that. I really do.
Have you seen me on? Have you seen me on a game day one time sit here worried like I used to last season?
No,
not once. Not worried at all with this team.
Yeah.
No. Well, you never know. None of us know until it happens. Time will tell. Stel says there is no way Chelsea are coming to Spurs on the return of Potter and we lose. The 12th man will win the game for Spurs. Also, Basuma held back against Palace. Against Chelsea, release the beast. Yes, I love that.
100%. And the other thing, we always, I wouldn't say always, with some of these poxy managers we've had, but when we've got a decent team, we always play better against the bigger teams.
Yeah, I said that to Savo. I did say we tend to up our game more when we're against.
Yeah. So all these people talking about the Palace game, the Luton game, it doesn't even enter my mind, right? It doesn't enter my mind because I just know when there's a good team in front, of Spurs under Ange, we will perform.
Do you know against that Palace, the Palace game, right? Basuma was holding back. You could see it, right? But Sarr stepped it up, and what a brilliant ball he did to Johnson. Brilliant, and he was all over that. He was covering every blade of the grass, you know. So we've got players that can step up their game, even like Basuma against Chelsea. He's going to like unleash the beast. It is. And he'll drive us forward because he makes us tick. Madders does all the creamy stuff, but Basuma's the one who brings it, you know? So we need that. We really
Ellie,
do.
when I was a few years ago, I used to unleash the beast for Kate. I'm getting too old now. It don't unleash so often anymore.
You always have to lower the tone. Big up, Ian Barron. Good to see you. What are we doing here?
You know, proud to be a Geordie. Well, I know what he's thinking. I know what's going through his head. He's going through his head that Basuma gets the yellow card before his game.
Yeah, slippery.
He's a slippery sod, let me tell you.
I'm on your channel, I think, tomorrow night with Mari in the lounge. I'm sure. Yeah, it's tomorrow, 9:30. I think. I don't know if you're on, but I'm there tomorrow night. Mari asked me last week. Then my son dropped the bombshell that he's going to the pictures with his mates and he needs picking up, but I think he's got someone else to pick him up. Thank God. So I shall be there.
You can always get an Uber.
Yeah. I will ask you both a question. If once Bentancur's back and he's fully 100% fit, does he walk straight back into the team above Sarr?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie says yeah.
It's
He's
sad.
Got that extra skill set.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sad, really, because I've loved Sarr this season. He has made mistakes. He's only a kid, but for his age, I think he's done absolutely fantastic. You know, what did we see under him last season?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. And he's coming under Ange.
Away, and then he got dropped.
Yeah, he's coming under Ange, and Ange just put his faith in him. And he's made mistakes, but I mean, they all make mistakes. Every footballer makes mistakes. But on the whole, he's been so good for us. And I'll be a little bit gutted for him. But at the end of the day, Bentancur is something special, isn't he?
I think so. I think it was on the Irish Hotspur last night, actually. I think Dave said that he doesn't think he walks straight in, which obviously is fine. Everyone's going to have their opinion. But for me, it's a no-brainer. I think he's a whole different level to Sarr. But, you know, we'll see. And, of course, we don't...
He won't be in a few years.
Yeah. See, Benny's got a different skill set and he can create more and he's just all-round better footballer. He's got better touch. He doesn't lose the ball, not very often anyway. And he's just he's more experienced as well, which we're going to rely on. You know? But there's no harm in rotating for the lesser games, you know, where we can drop in Sarr and bring on Benny to ease him back, you know, and then play him in the most important games that will really need his skill if we're going to win those matches.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Go on, sorry, Kate.
No, I was just going to say, for me, I just think Bentancur brings... I like Sarr. I'm not as enamoured with him as some people are. I mean, comparing him to Yaya Toure and Vieira.
He's going to be a superstar, this kid, Kate.
Yeah, but I'm talking about at this current moment.
Yeah, well, he needs to beef up a little bit and have a year, 18 months under Ange. He's going to be some player. You can see it.
But for me, Benny is he walks back into that role. But obviously, everyone sees it different. What was you going to say, Jim? Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that about Sarr. And when he beefs up in like a year, 18 months under Ange, I think he's going to be something special.
No, Sarr will not be bumped. Ange will start him, especially since it gives Bentancur more time to get match fitness. Now, what I was saying, Neil Shafton, sorry, is I was saying when Bentancur's fully fit, say in February next year, when Sarr's back from the cup and Benny's fully fit, for me, Benny starts and Sarr is on the bench. That's what I was saying. Although there is a chance that he will change it depending on the opponent, of course.
Yeah.
It's nice. That's a good position where we've got two good players.
Let me ask you two questions.
Lucky. Yeah.
All right, FA Cup. Is Ange going to go all out to win it?
I hope so. Do you know what? If we don't, then I'm going to be so disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I love the FA Cup. It's like magical, right? And if we don't, and then we start falling away in the league, that's going to be even worse, right? So we've got to go all out for it.
We won't fall away in the league. Don't think like that.
No, I'm just saying if we did, but if we don't, I just want us to win a trophy. I think that is our better chance, though, Jim. It is our better chance if you look at history and everything. But if we do well in the league and we do well in the cup, I want us to win the cup and win the league. Yeah.
I'll back both.
That would be so magical if we did that. Bloody hell.
I'll back the league and I'll back the double.
Yeah.
I didn't back the FA Cup on its own. It was too short.
You only have to win 7 games to win the FA Cup as well.
Do you know how much it was for us to win the FA Cup and the league?
Yeah, how much were we?
150 to 1.
Oh, that's big odds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big odds. When I'm counting my money, Kate began, can I have some? I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
Yeah.
What I will say is this is the trouble. If you put all your eggs in one basket and Ange thinks to himself, I'm not going to go for the FA Cup because we're doing so well in the league, and then it all goes tits up. It's
I don't think
for me.
do that.
Well, yeah, but you didn't think he'd make 9 changes for the Carabao Cup.
Well, that's a little bit different, right? I didn't think he would, but when you look at it, and when I've seen what some people have said, which makes sense, that he was trying players that he hadn't really seen, and he wanted to see how they perform and if he could rely on them, And you have to admit the ones that he did put in haven't got games or are on the bench.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm with Ellie. If he doesn't start a full strength team against for the FA Cup and really go for it, I'm going to be absolutely devastated.
I think he will.
Not gonna lie. We need an FA Cup. It's been so long. We've got to try and come out.
I don't want to see Forster in goal. That's one position I don't want to see Forster in goal.
Oh God, no.
Clubs do that. They play their second goalie in the cup competitions.
Yeah. Ange will still allow Sarr to lose his place. Sarr's very highly rated by Ange. I think they'll be rotated. Yep, quite possibly. Big up, Jazz. Happy Halloween to you too.
Right, Jazz.
Chris Harrison Kerr, Van der Ven man, opinions. Great defender who we need to keep at any cost. I'll let you go first, Ellie.
It's going to be hard though to keep him because he's so good. He's like lightning, but he reads the game well as well. Because it's all right having pace because there's lots of defenders with pace, but they just don't read the game well, right? So he sees danger coming before it happens, and he's so good at covering other players as well. What a great team player as well. And did you see him in the when they were coming off against Crystal Palace? All the players, but Van der Ven was so happy. He's brilliant at anticipating danger and snuffing it out. I love it. Yeah.
Jim, what are your thoughts?
Why is he going to go to the best club in the world? Why is he going to go? If we're doing well and we're up there and we're winning stuff, why is he going to leave Tottenham Hotspur? We're the best club in the world. Best stadium, best training ground, best manager. On the way up. On the way up, why would he leave Tottenham Hotspur?
Oh, I'm going to block.
It makes me laugh. Everybody just thinks because we get a good player, right, he's automatically going to leave. We've had loads of good players that have stayed with us for years. So if Ange's building a team and we're on the way up, which we are, right, why are they going to want to leave? Why are they going to leave our club to go somewhere else if we're on the up?
Yeah,
too negative. They're positive. They're going to stay.
Imagine if we were winning when Bale and Modric was with us, and Kobe and they stayed. But there's other players that left, like Teddy Sheringham, Berbatov. If all these players stayed with us, you imagine what we could have won.
Yeah, I know.
We would have won things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
100%.
But you got to think that as well. What's he signed a 5-year contract? He's only been here a few months. Bloody hell, give him a chance to get his feet under the table. People were talking about him being sold already.
Well, they're not, but they're saying that if we don't start winning things, then a Real Madrid or Barcelona will come along, and players rarely say no to those sort of teams.
Well, Barcelona, I think people do now.
Well, the only thing is that Real and Barcelona haven't got as much money at the moment. But for me, Van der Ven's been a revelation. I think he'd be the future captain for his country and for our team. So,
and I'm laughing.
You're saying, Kate, you're not going to get paid.
And I'm laughing because they haven't got a Levy. Trying to prize a player out of Levy ain't easy, is it?
No.
Let's be honest. It's took him how many years to get Kane out of the club from Levy?
Yeah. Still says question.
And he managed to make him sign a contract in between.
Yeah. Does our January transfer window decide on whether or not we can take the FA Cup seriously? Good question. For me, yes, it does. Because if we don't bring in strength in depth, then we can't take it seriously because we haven't got the squad to compete on more than one front, in my opinion.
Is that still?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with Stell. I don't think we will be able to maintain it because you do need a strong bench, especially because when you go further in the FA Cup, there's no replays anymore, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So it's 7 games. If you get those 7 games right, you're fine, right? And you can get to the final, but then you've got to win it as well. You can't just get to the final and lose it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're going to be facing one of the top teams. It's very rare that you're not going to face Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, or Man United. Right, Man United we can beat. The Chelsea we can beat. So hopefully they'll get to the final. But Man City and Liverpool, it's going to be tougher. We can beat them, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be tougher to beat them because their record in finals is superior to everybody else's.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make a prediction here.
Oh,
right?
gosh.
And I want you to write this down so you can bring it up, right? By the 12th, between the 12th and the 14th of January, I bet we got our new players in. I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even worried about it, Kate. I promise you. I'm convinced that they've got it all sorted, and by the beginning of January, they'll be on their way in.
Yeah, like Stell says there's no reason why they would leave if they're winning trophies.
No, look what Stell's just put. Look.
What?
That's right. Look.
Yeah, none of our players will want to leave if we're making good signings and challenging. It's the lack of ambition and trophyless seasons that caused our best players to leave. 100%.
Yeah.
If we would have won a couple of trophies, would Kane have gone?
No.
Of course he would have.
Especially if we'd won the Champions League and those 2 League Cups, and we won the league when we were at our best, when we really should have won it because we scored the most goals and let in the least goals when Leicester won it, and we finished third that season.
I was just going to have a whinge about VAR in the final, but I just remembered the Liverpool game the other day, so I won't.
Big up, Tigaro. Thanks for becoming a member. Have a good rest, and I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ash says, give Van der Ven a bigger contract in the summer. He has the world at his feet. I agree. We need to add depth to the squad in January if we want to push for a league and the cups. Agreed. I mean, if we was in Europe now, oh my God. Right now, it's about building and constructing a new Spurs and departing from the prior version of what was a bunch of individuals that did not play for each other. They are becoming a team on and off the pitch. If we don't have a good January transfer window, what do you prioritise, the league or the FA Cup? Stell's on it today. That's a hard question as well. For me, I'm going to take it first. For me, I prioritise the cup because I don't think we can sustain it till the end of the season in the league. That's just me. I'll throw it open to the other two.
No, I would prioritise the league because that's the bigger prize, right? And it will show that we've come a long way in such a short time, and it will prove that Ange Postecoglou is the real deal. Because there's still a lot of doubters out there, But I think that shows you're a better team over 38 games, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll prioritise the cup. I'll tell you why. Because I think Postecoglou is a warlock, and he's put a spell on us, and we're just going to win the league anyway.
You're funny, Jim, man.
Oh dear.
We'll have it all. Go on, bring it all on.
That's a horrible question, by
It is a horrible question. David says, having watched high-level football for more than 62 years, it's obvious to me that Kulu has been woeful this season. He's done nothing, can't beat players on the outside, can't score goals. I'm not the biggest
how old's David then? If he's been watching high-level football for 62 years,
60-something.
He's got to be in his
67,
80s, isn't he?
He might be 70s.
Yeah, 70s. Yeah.
I don't agree with him because Kulu's got 2 goals, right, already, right, and he has been beating players, right, and he has been putting good crosses in, but we haven't been finishing some of his crosses, and he does hold the ball up well, and he's a very good team player. People don't give him credit for that. He works so hard for the team, right, and he lacks pace, right, so it's hard for him. He beats them once, and then by the time he's beaten them, if he doesn't go with his right foot and he checks, they've caught up with him, and then he's got to beat them again, right? But he is a good team player, and generally he's a very cultured player. I like that type of player, but I can understand this season he has been quite frustrating because he could have done a lot better than he's showing at the moment.
I mean, everyone thinks I hate Kulu. I don't. I just think he has a place in the team. I just don't like him on the wing. That's all I'm going to say. I think if he was more central or try him on the left wing, then we'd see. I just get a bit frustrated with him when he's always on the right. I don't think it suits him at all. But we'll see. Oh. We shall see. EPL clubs laid down to help Leicester. You will never be allowed to win. Just enjoy the games. Yeah. Has to be the FA Cup. You just need to win something. That's how I feel, Mark. You play to win the game regardless. Play to win. Don't prioritise anything other than winning. 100% win a cup. Next year, the league makes more sense to do it that way. Steve said, we've got 2 summer windows to try and win something before bigger teams could try to prize our better players away. We've been saying it for years, but this time we really need to kick on. We are winning in spite of Kulu and Richie, not because of them. You will find a huge drop-off if Maddison misses any games. It will become obvious how poor Richie and Kulu are. Yeah, I don't think anybody doubts that, actually. Chris Andre says, Decky would have had a hat-trick of assists against Luton if his crosses were converted. It's not always down to him why his numbers are perceived. Yeah, I mean, Richarlison couldn't score in a brothel, let's be fair. And if Kulu was in your back garden, would you go and watch him? Definitely not. I'd shut the curtains. What made you laugh?
That comment when he said
shutting the curtains.
I'd love to ask Kulu where he would prefer to play. You know, what he feels is his best position. Because down the right, I understand from your point of view, Kate, because he's always fighting a losing battle because he has to go with his left foot. And then if he has to check, it's hard. It's hard. And
I agree.
He doesn't really go to the byline anyway, does he?
I read an interview with him from ages ago, and he said he likes the number 10 role.
I think he'll be best suited just behind the 2 strikers.
Me too. But it would have to be purely on a rotational basis because, you know, Maddison isn't going to be giving up that shirt anytime soon.
He's got a skill set to Maddison, hasn't he? Maddison's like the cream, not creme de la creme, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. Kulu's doing his job, and that job is keeping possession and making it difficult for the opposition to knock off the ball. His ball security is very good, and he causes teams to concentrate on him.
I like Kulu. You know,
3 players on him. They do, didn't they, Jimbo? They put 3 players on him.
Yeah,
2 players.
He's got 2 or 3 players on him every time he gets the ball.
Yeah. And he hardly ever loses the ball. That's one thing. He hardly ever loses the ball.
Works hard to win it back.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, it is frustrating because it'd be just lovely to see him in the middle, you know, or over on the left side. I just would like to see it, just to see, you know. I'd do it against a lower team and just see how it goes.
When we played Man City and we won 3-2, he was switching from the wing to the middle. And when he scored his goal, right, which Sonny made for him, right, he was in the middle. And he was doing that. He was rotating. He was playing like an inverted midfielder.
Yeah.
So I think that number 10 role would suit him better because you've got more time on the ball as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's whether Ange takes a chance or thinks, well, it's a winning formula. Why the hell am I going to change it? Which is always a possibility. But I just want to say again before, because I'm going to finish in a minute, big shout out to my new members, Tigaro, Ash, Bobby K, Ben Kaufman, Jim, whoever that is, Steve D, Mia, and also a massive shout out to Kem, Mia, Bobby K, Steve D, Jim, for my super chats. I still can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe it, but there you go.
You deserve it, darling.
It's massively appreciated.
And it shows you people don't do super chats if they don't like you and like your content. They don't do it. So it just shows you're doing something right. And thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
I think she's special, so, but I have to say that. So I can keep me up from.
You're Madison of YouTube. You deserve everything that's coming to you, Kate.
Bless you, Ellie.
Yeah.
That's because I've got good people around me, see?
Yeah.
You too.
Wrong side, darling. Wrong side. Wrong side. No, wrong side. Go the other way. No, that's not Ellie. That's Ellie.
Swear.
And
even I learned that quicker than you.
Yeah, but on my camera, it's showing that way. It's William's door.
You're that way.
Yeah, and that's where Ellie is.
Yeah.
Ellie's William's door side.
Oh, I'm so confused. Hang on. Let me unmirror my camera.
You lot called me Trigger.
Right, Ellie's there now.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, my camera was mirrored, so I was getting confused. I got my Anne shirt on today as well. Big Anne.
Yeah, I think you should pull me as a comment up before we close.
Where is it?
Just so you get it in your head.
It's okay. We know you're the special one, Jimbo. That's dinner paid for tonight. Yeah, Domino's tonight. Woo! Thanks for a great show. Blonde hair suits you, Kate. I know I'm the blondest person ever. I'm so stupid. I'm not. I know. Ellie, always a pleasure. When can we find you next?
Where can you find me next? You know what? I haven't been invited on any more shows, so just your show, obviously. And
I don't know if we're doing Savas on Thursday morning. I haven't heard yet. Maybe.
Yes, we're not sure, are we?
No, we'll find out, won't we?
Well, I know one thing. I won't be doing it. I don't think I've got an invite.
But yeah, so Savas if we do one on Thursday, and if not, my show on Friday so far.
I'm going to try and jump on Alan's show a few more times because I like Alan on time.
Yeah, I went on his show yesterday.
Talk and ball. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm going to check my WhatsApp messages to see if they want me on at 4. If they want me on at 4, I'll be there.
Are they on today?
Mate,
no, they're not on.
No,
they're not until 7 tonight. They changed it.
They changed it to 7. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
There's been a few times. There's been a few times I've looked and they've done their show, and it's been and gone. And there was one the other day I couldn't get into. There was one the other day.
I didn't want to clash with anybody. So 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is a better time as well because everybody's had their dinner usually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're looking for some chat.
They were going to go 4, but Brewing Bollocks is on at 3:30 over on the Coffee Company. So don't forget that. I am going to be on there today, maybe with a little bit of a costume change, ready for Halloween. We'll see. I'm not going to say anything about this comment. The comment.
Oh, our lips are sealed.
Our lips are sealed. We can't say anything, and neither can you, Jim.
I ain't got a clue anyway.
No.
Yeah.
He just wants to know what he's having for dinner.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Dinner?
I won't ask when you're on next, Jim, because you're on Brewing Bollocks, I think, with me at 3:30, and then Well, if you want to be. And then tomorrow,
always with Ben.
Tomorrow we are doing our wedded bliss at 1 o'clock. And
Same
then I'm on
Ben, I know nothing either.
And then I'm on Tottenham away on tomorrow night, 9:30.
What's on tomorrow?
We've got wedded bliss at 1, and then I've got Tottenham away at 9:30. With Mari. And whoever else.
That's Stell's channel, isn't it?
Correct.
Oh, I can come and abuse you in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you both, as always, for being here. And Sava's announcement is we're winning the league.
There's no hope.
Julia, you're killing me. Oh, God.
Can you imagine? That'd just be the funniest thing ever. Oh my God.
It'd be brilliant. Like, if we do win the league, that Sava does a stream apologising to everybody. Sorry.
Oh my God.
That was quality.
Oh, that is so funny.
No, it'll be ecstatic. It'll be ecstatic more than any other fan, because like,
we all will. Every fan will be.
Yeah, like the ones who are doubters, the ones who are like, you know, logical that we won't win it, they're still going to celebrate when we win it.
I will probably cry if we when we win it. I will probably cry.
What we my feet like Potch did.
What we're going to do, Mark, is because me and Nelly do a Friday show now, we're going to move our predictions and the results to Friday, because it gives us something to do on Friday, and it's right before the weekend, so we know about injury news and stuff a bit more. So
that's your
don't you try and trip me up, Mark. I can see you what you're doing, making out that I'd forgotten. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a lovely show as always. Join me.
Can I just give my Chelsea prediction now?
If you want.
5-0, 5-1 to Tottenham.
I love you. You're so cute.
Every week. Same bloody score. See, that's all right.
I think Jim and Kuva were separated at birth.
100%. 100%. Oh my God, if we do win it, we should all get together. Yeah, party at Ben's coffee shop. 100,000,000%. Yeah. Honestly. And then we'll get an open top bus down the high road just full of Tottenham fans singing.
We'll be just crying our eyes out, won't we? All the ladies will be crying our eyes out. All the soft men will be crying.
Yeah, exactly that.
Who don't think we're going to win it, they'll be celebrating as well. Oh,
exactly.
It's gonna be monumental if we win the league.
Oh, don't. I can't even imagine. It'd be amazing.
Please.
Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the Halloween. And join us over on the Coffee Company at 3:30 for Brewing Bollocks. Yay. Have a great day. Don't get too scared tonight. Woo! And see you tomorrow.
The Exorcist, so you will be.
Yeah, we will. As always, come on, you Spurs.
Hang on, don't click off. Don't click off. Look what Geordie's put. He's a little shit.
Hopefully we won't score 5. Winning 20 minutes. Oh, shut up, Geordie. You're banned.
I'll let him have that one as the last one, so he's one up on me.
Mia, football isn't about emotion, for F's sake, ladies. Yeah. Stop with the emotion. Love, as always, like and sub people. Well done again. Thank you, Steve. Thanks everyone for your support. It means absolutely everything. And have a great day. Happy Halloween. And come on, you Spurs.
Come on.